He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Moving past the 25. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Throwing, Underwood. Grabbed behind the line, it's Marshall. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Marsh. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. The run inside. It's Marshall. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Underwood. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Here's Underwood. Punch it out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. Makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
The Wolverines trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. You've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Bear. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Motion from the wideout. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Got him. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Got it set up on the outside. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Using his legs, it's Davison. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
But one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago, Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having Moore come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality. Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, go.
Power football with the run. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Motion from the back. On the move. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Moore. Pressure coming. Going to try to pop one on the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Do they have another third down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. On target. Bulldozes his way through. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point splits the uprights. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Right back to it. Maybe a crease. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Here's Underwood to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Snagged out of the air. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Throwing, Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Right. Here we go. Ready. Red 18. Go, go.
The run inside. It's Davison. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The one thing we're good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Throwing more. Sets up the screen. Inside the 35. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the sold it to. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Gets it. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the lone running back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Here's Moore to throw. Back open in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in. And they
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the time, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense Underwood. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Delayed handoff. It's Marshall. Maybe some room here. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Bringing the heat. At the 40. There he goes. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's first take a look at Georgia State taking on the number 17 team, the James Madison Dukes. And it's Georgia State coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Gets the back moving. Dante Moore got his man on the outside. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It's averted absolute disaster. Running inside, it's Davison. Here's a little room there. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 40.
Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the move. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
On the move, he fires. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on 3rd down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
And the Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, better look out. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's knocked down.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Third and 6 yards to go. Just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll run it again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And the pressure continues to now shift towards this defense. And running backs had a great day today, carrying the football. They know they've got the lead late in the game. How aggressive do they want to be? And especially defensively now, what's your answer for this ground game? Because it's been really good today.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Ready? Black 14.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
On the move. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Ready. Blue, 22. Where did he go?
From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And boy, was that last missed field goal huge. That keeps these guys in the game if they can get something going on offense right now. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Second and short. They'll go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense has it though on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return that they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
The run inside. It's Bear. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be second and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the run, it's Davison. Could be an alley. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Unloads quickly. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, Oregon! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. It's complete to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Trying to take it back. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well stick with him. There's some room. Makes it past the marker. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. With the draw, it's Marshall. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Underwood throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How about the tight end using his size to his advantage? He's a massive target. Does a nice job securing the catch, and then you see his ability once he has the football in his hands.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Again, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and he's going forward, and he's loose. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail me coffin.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point was good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Snags it down the right side. Finds some room. Touchdown, Michigan. Rolled his way into the end zone.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll take this opportunity to talk things over on the sideline. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
Working that left side. It's the slide. Down he goes, but it'll be enough for a first down and enough to ice this game.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to continue taking shots.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The give to the back. Got a little press. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, and I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming down.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented.